Good. All right, so me and Heather met a few months ago. Everybody knows I work for Hobbs Chiropractic for all your auto accident needs. I just wanted to say I think this girl is amazing.
Oh,
I think
thank you.
she's great. Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
We've become good friends, and I'm here at her house, and we're just going to talk about some things today. So,
Yeah.
So we're going to start off. I want to talk about her dog. She has this, she has this beautiful dog. What's his name?
Cody.
Cody Bear, right?
Cody Bear.
And
yeah.
he's just really cute. He looks like a little Pomeranian.
The love of my life. Does he want to get up
Yeah.
and get in the...
He's a
Are we
service.
going to get him
He's
in
her
the little...
service dog,
Look at my little baby.
and we'll get into that later. But I don't know if anybody can see, but so
He has a haircut.
he has a haircut,
A
and
very fresh cut.
let's tell everybody about his haircut. So he looks like he's a hairless cat,
Yeah, and he feels like that too.
and it's because Heather has a girlfriend or a friend that she's talking to, and she was like, trying to be a good friend, and she's like, "Oh, let me cut him." So today when Heather came into the office, she goes, "Let me show you what's up." So she shows you a picture of this I thought was a hairless cat, but it was Cody
With my little baby.
with a lion cut, but real lioness.
Like straight lion. Fluffy tail, fluffy head, and nothing else.
And nothing else. So you see his pink skin. He's very smooth.
Yeah. No, he's good.
And it was so funny. Tell me what happened. Tell me the story about the haircut.
All right, so I had shaved him a little while back. Just like shaved him down, like nothing crazy, just to give him whatever. Pomeranians have long hair. It's long, it's furry, it's everywhere, it's unmanageable. So I like shaved it down, used the little guard on the razor, like nothing crazy. And I was telling her that I wanted to like do it again because it was like growing so fast and it was like growing unevenly and like it was just out of control. So she was like, "Oh, like while you study, like I'll give him a haircut. Like I cut my dog all the time. Like I'll do it for you." And I'm like, "Are you sure? Like that's awesome. Like it'll save me a ton of time because it takes a while." So she did, and she got a little close on one spot. Well, a couple spots. So she ended up just cutting it all off.
And that was it.
And it was a little short.
Yeah.
I wasn't, like, I didn't want it this short, but it's growing on me. Like, it's okay. Like, his hair grows fast. Like, it's gonna grow back. And when I first got him, he wasn't taken care of properly. So we had some bald spots. And so I was a little nervous, like, oh my God, like, maybe they won't grow back or whatever. But I think now that he's got some good TLC, even though it's all the way down, and like, I mean, Tati, you can see because you're here.
He looks
He still has like a little, little bit of skin damage.
It's
but
so cute because he looks naked.
He's naked. He has a sweater. I'm gonna go get him another one that fits better because it was for like his super fluffy hair.
I love it, and he's so cute, and he so loves his hair because you said he's not panting as much.
No.
So
well, at first I thought he may have had like Cushing's.
Yeah.
Which is super expensive to test for, super expensive
to treat.
Is that
like a disease for the
It's
skin?
a disease in their pituitary and their adrenal glands. So the mass that grows, like it presses on them. So it causes panting, excessive water drinking, excessive urination, severe anxiety. There's like a bunch of stuff. And he kind of has all of that. So
I everything. Poor baby.
Thought that he might have that, but now that he's like has no fur, he's really not panting.
But he looks so cute. I wish you guys could see him. He is so handsome, and all he has is his little head, and it's fluffy head, and then his little like legs
tail.
And the tail. Yeah.
He's got a fade on his legs. They're faded. It's good.
Well, her friend tried to do a great thing, and it was great. And I know we're laughing, but it's really awesome, and we really like what you did.
Oh no, yeah, it's great. No, it's awesome.
I think it's amazing.
It's so awesome.
So I want to. Okay, so normally I don't stop the tape. Okay, so I suck, and we'll keep going. But let me see. I'm going to. So everybody, just a little technical difficulties on my half. I didn't check my recording levels, like where I was supposed to do it, which it's still recording, but I'm gonna just change those. And then my awesome cousin just puts them together.
Oh yeah.
And I'll switch it. But on Facebook Live, obviously.
Well, yeah, it's live. No cuts.
No
edits.
cuts on
We're
live.
here.
We're just
Yeah,
here doing it. So we'll
for
do that.
sure.
And that's me because I'm weird and I don't have any technical anything. So
Learn as you go. We'll make it
do.
happen. We got this.
There we go. All right, so
Yeah.
we're back. All right. Okay, so
All right, cool.
now that everything's good, now let's talk about some things today.
Yeah.
You have a service dog,
I do have a service dog.
and tell us what's going on. Tell us what's been the issue.
So he is my emotional support dog. I was recently diagnosed, like on the spectrum or scale, whatever you have, for unipolar bipolar disorder. So I have very severe depression and anxiety. So I got him certified for that because like this dog knows my life. It's ridiculous. Like even though he's a rescue, like
He knows.
he knows.
Yeah.
Like you can see him now. He's literally like never leaves my side, follows me around.
Yeah.
When I get emotional, like he knows he's there for
What
me.
does he do?
Like,
Does he come up and like sit with you and wants you to pet him?
yeah. So like this, you can kind of see it in the background. Like this blanket that's here. So my mom gave it to me for Christmas, and it has like this really adorable like saying. I don't even remember, but just like wrap yourself up like when you're thinking of me when you're having a hard time, like blah 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 blah. So we did like a Zoom Christmas present opening because I'm here and literally I'm the only one here.
Yeah.
Left everything and
I
everybody
used to be the
behind.
only one, yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
know
we
you
did
do.
like a little Zoom, whatever. So when I opened it, and of course I'm like reading it, and I start like crying because like
She's
that's my
emotional, let
mom.
me tell you.
I am,
She's
like,
also extra emotional.
I am a Cancer, hardcore to the T, like to whatever.
Yeah.
So I open it and like I just was like crying, and like literally like he just knew right away.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, just like came up and was just like consoling me.
And he'll
like,
just come from the other room.
Oh, yeah.
And he knows. Okay.
He knows. Like, I mean, he doesn't usually leave my side.
Yeah.
But
Because he was over here with me earlier, but then when she got comfortable, he's there with her. He looks comfortable. He's not panting. Like with me, he was just excited because he's seen me at the office before. She comes to Hobbs Chiropractic in St. Petersburg for an auto accident. So he's come a couple times. I have pictures of him. He's sitting like on her body.
never leaves me. Has to touch all the time.
That's her man right there.
Oh yeah. That's my baby.
So let's talk about, okay, so when did you first notice this depression? When you were little? Like, you don't know it was, but, like, did you ever feel yourself being maybe 8 years old and feeling
It
different?
was never that early. It really got bad to the point where I, like, seeked, like, help and treatment after I had my gastric bypass, which is another thing that we
we'll
wanted
talk
to talk
about
about
that.
today.
Yeah.
So that's when it got bad. Like, really bad.
Like, where you sit in the house and you can't get out of bed? Depression?
Um...
Like, what kind of depression did you
like,
feel?
just the feelings of it all. The, like, unwanted, the unhappy, the sad all the time, sleeping all of the time, not feeling good about myself.
So you know when it's coming. You can
I
feel it.
know.
How long does it last?
Like, the manic, I can tell when it's coming.
How long does that last? Days?
It depends.
What's
Because
the longest?
it's very situational for
Yeah.
me.
So if
So,
something's
like, it can
stressful?
just come out of nowhere, or something can happen and it will trigger it.
And then,
So,
like, what? Like 5 days, you're just...
Yeah, multiple days, maybe a week, or it'll be really severe for a couple days but kind of linger for longer, and then...
How do you get through, like, work with that?
It's hard.
Like, do you go to work? You have to go to work. You can't tell them
Well, I force myself to because that's my bills, my
yeah.
livelihood. Like, I can't just not go. Like, there has been times where I have not gone.
Yeah. So I don't know if the normal job understands, I'm having this manic depression. They don't really...
And they don't really know that at work. That's not...
Because you're always happy. Let me just tell you guys, I would never know 2 things about her. One, that she likes both men and women. But I never would suspect that she was any type of a rainbow child. And I also would never have suspected that she would have weighed as much as she did before her gastric. And I would have never known that you had any type of ups and downs with your depression, because you always come in on my level at this. I mean, you might fake it, but you fake it really well.
And that's what I think it is a fake it or whatever, where my life still has to go on.
I mean, that's a good thing.
And I think a lot of people who are depressed, they can't do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a good thing that you do that. I don't know if it makes you. I'm sure it doesn't make you feel any better, but you really push through it. I've never seen you. I can tell by your conversation is not as much.
Yeah.
But in your face, I couldn't read you.
And most people who know me, they know what's going on because like you said, my conversation is it's minimal. It's what I'm.
But your tone, you still come in with hello, like you still come in with you don't.
Because what's going on in my life has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, that's amazing because some people can't do that.
Yeah,
and they take it out on other, and I think that makes it harder for them.
It is hard, and I do take it out on people sometimes. I have, and I continue to probably, I'm sure, and whatever it is. But at the end of the day, my life still has to go on.
Now, your parents, you lived at home for a while as an adult. Your parents, they know all this.
Oh, yeah.
Have they noticed this when you were a child? Like, did they ever tell you?
Not when I was like a super young child,
Maybe
but
in your
like
teens?
I think when it started was like middle school into high school when I really started gaining weight.
Okay. How much weight did you gain? Like by the time you graduate, like were you gaining like 50 pounds a year?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I couldn't even put like a number on it.
Were you now? Is the weight gain because of a thyroid, or were you really just eating?
I was just eating.
You think it was from early depression that you didn't know?
I think it was. I do. Because even like, recently I've gone back to therapy just to like get myself back on track and whatever. And even talking with my parents and stuff, even my dad, who my parents are divorced.
Yeah.
He was a part of my life, but I didn't live with him. I didn't see him every day. I saw him on like, school vacations or summer or whatever. He even said, we were really kind of talking about it one day, when you started to gain weight is when the change started.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you feel when you gained weight, you don't want to do activities in school, right?
Yeah, it was hard. I got the typical, I got made fun of and I was self-conscious and I was whatever. Like, even in high school, like, going to, like, the Six Flags or I couldn't ride the roller coasters
because you were that big?
I couldn't fit.
How big? How big is that?
So when I had my gastric bypass, I believe, like, I round up to 300, but I think I was, like, 285.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'7".
5'7". And how old were you when you had it?
24.
24.
It was like it was like May 6th of 2013.
So when was the point where were you like 16 and then you were like pretty big?
I was bigger. I think I was big for that age frame, but like looking back now, like I may have been a normal size, but for that like age frame, I was big.
Yeah, for me. So you graduated big.
Yeah.
And then you lived big.
For those years. In high school. I wish I could remember, like a pant size or like a shirt size or anything in high school, but you noticed
you were standing next to another teenager and you noticed that that's not the size you were.
I was not that size.
So what happened like with prom and what happened with homecoming dances?
So I went to an all-girls high school, Catholic all-girls high school.
Oh, that's actually a good
thing. We didn't do, we didn't have like, I know, right? We didn't have a homecoming because it was our school and then there was an all-boys Catholic school down the road. So like there were events together, but we didn't have like a homecoming or whatever. So we had a prom, like we had our prom and they had their prom, but my junior prom, I think it was, my junior prom, I took my cousin.
Oh, so it was...
Who was the same age as me. Yeah. I took my cousin, and then my senior prom, I took one of my brother's friends.
Yeah.
So it was never...
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think it saved you. You didn't have to feel that no one asked you and all these schools together and...
But it was still hurtful that nobody asked me.
It was still hurtful?
Because all the girls in my school were going with all the guys from the all-boys school. Like, they had their boyfriends or whatever it was, and there was nothing. There was guys that I liked.
But did you know inside that you were big and that was it?
And I knew that was why.
Yeah.
I knew that was why. Because even so, after I had the surgery and I lost the weight, the difference in the way that people spoke to me and treated me.
Just anybody, right? Women, men.
Anybody. I got looked in the eye.
Yeah. Before they were looking at your body.
Whatever they were looking, just the tone in people's voices. the conversation from people, the looks from people.
Yeah.
Everything was
And, like,
completely different.
I haven't seen her before.
Everything was
Just
completely
one
different.
picture. But let me
Yeah.
just tell you guys, and I know you were beautiful before,
I like my
but
face.
she is absolutely gorgeous. So when I met her first,
Thank you.
again, I didn't know she was a rainbow child. I had no idea of anything. She came in, she was just this hot Heather. Amazing, and you know, great personality, very smart, very strong, and
Thank you.
you're welcome. I personally would have never treated you different, but I had no idea of the person that you were before just years
Yeah.
ago. So I mean, so today, okay, so after the surgery, you
Yeah.
wake up. Is it like weight loss right away?
For the most part, yeah. So I had my surgery, like I said earlier, May 6, 2013. I forget the exact date
Yeah.
of what like Father's Day was, but June whatever
Yeah.
of that
June
year.
something.
50 pounds.
Yeah,
But I got sick.
because you were like eating through a straw type deal, like
There-
liquids.
I have the doctors don't know. There's no real reason. They think I had some ulcers in my stomach, but it was 2 weeks post-op. So when you have the surgery, it kind of goes in like 2-week increments where you're literally just drinking like an ounce of fluid or whatever fluids and this, and then you can graduate to like scrambled eggs, and like they give you a very detailed
Yeah, because you
whatever.
can't just put that in your stomach. You're gonna
No.
throw up.
So I had graduated to like the next stage after the first 2 weeks of surgery, and ate some scrambled eggs, or if I recall correctly, it was like whatever it was.
Yeah.
Regardless, so a friend came over and was like, "Let's go for a walk." Like we went out for a walk. Thank God we were in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I had to stop because I was profusely throwing up
Throwing up blood. Oh my God, did that scare you? 'Cause-
Oh yeah. Oh, I was like, what the heck?
yeah, yeah.
So, call my mom. She rushes down with the car, picks us up. We go to the emergency room. Of course, I'm admitted. Thank God my mom works for the hospital,
Yeah.
and the doctor who did my surgery
Thank God.
got us right in.
Yeah.
But,
And they just don't know.
they did tests. I hate to say this because people have problems. I look like a drug addict.
Yeah.
Because
You had nothing but
I'm
needle
anemic.
marks. Yeah.
So I bruise easily. Needle marks up and down my arms, and at that time I was still heavy.
Yeah.
So they had a hard time finding my
Yeah,
veins.
your veins. Yep. Correct.
So they had to stick me a couple of times, and in my hands, and like in my and I literally looked like
Yeah. You
like
were
a
just
drug
all over.
addict.
Yeah, I went to school for phlebotomy, and I actually graduated with a 4.0 because I was one of the only ones that could get a big stick.
And there is one woman. It sounds crazy, but every time I would have to go to the hospital,
There's only about one.
I would be like, "Can you please do it?" Because like I have a vein right here.
Mhm, but you don't
It's
go
right
for the
on
vein
the
you can
surface.
see.
Every time, like these, I'm like, you're not going to get anything from this. I'm telling you right now.
Let me see. Hold on. You're supposed to feel.
Right here.
That's the one they get?
That's the one.
Because usually you don't do the one that you see.
Yeah.
You do the one that you
and I don't
feel.
even. But they would go for that because
Yeah.
it would be.
Oh,
right
look.
there.
I feel one right there.
Yeah.
I can feel her vein right here. This one
Yeah.
in here? No, this one right here, though, feels good.
But this one, even when I was big,
Yeah.
was always right on the surface.
Yeah.
So they would go for that right
yeah,
away.
no. You go for the one that you can bounce back, and I felt the
Yeah.
one that bounced back. It's in here, over here.
Yeah. But they would pop my veins.
Yep. No,
So-
you collapse all your veins.
oh yeah. And
Yeah.
then they put me on
I was feeling her veins, by the way.
Yeah. some medications to coat my stomach because if I did have the ulcer, so they were checking like my blood counts and
No Crohn's disease or anything.
Mm-mm.
Because I have stomach issues too, where it'll be. It
Oh.
started when I ate this weird seafood sandwich for my husband like 10 years ago. I ate it and I started throwing up. I thought
Okay.
maybe from Subway, like I was sick from that. Then come to find out, like I kept getting like food poisoning, and didn't matter what I ate, and I would throw up.
Interesting.
And they thought I had food poisoning. Get there, there's no food poisoning. It's not that. It's just, and it's not even like, oh, I just ate spaghetti or. So come to find out, my mom gives me like probiotics. My stomach, because of my scoliosis, doesn't always push through the food, and it will rot in my stomach no matter what. Like even if it's a small piece of steak.
Yeah.
So then it comes like food poisoning. Even though it's not Crohn's disease, it's like on the verge, but there's nothing they can do but give me morphine pills, and they won't give me morphine pills to go home with.
Of course not.
So I have to and sometimes I have to call into work, very rarely, but
Yeah.
sometimes, especially if I eat late and lay down, I'll wake up and, I mean, it's contractions. So I mean,
Oh yeah.
I know how you feel. Like it'll be like the worst every hole is coming out. Everything's. I mean, I'm a mess on the
Oh, if
floor.
I eat something I'm not supposed to, or that just
So
doesn't
now,
agree with my
what?
stomach.
Same deal now. You can't really eat what you're not supposed to.
There are things like I've learned over the years what I can and cannot eat.
What is something you can't eat?
Ice cream.
Not doesn't matter even if it's dairy free.
I have tried dairy free.
Or
I
lactose
don't.
free.
It doesn't come out the way that regular dairy ice cream does, but I will get a stomach ache and not feel good. And like I usually tell people, especially like somebody new that I meet, if I eat around them,
Yeah.
if I look like I'm getting sick, give me 30 minutes.
Yeah. And
It just, I know that that's like, I gotta kind of like lay down and like chill out and just zen for a moment.
yeah, and just not.
And
think
it has
about-
to digest and it has to pass.
What else?
But I will be in excruciating
What
pain.
else is there that you can't eat?
Hot dogs.
Oh God, nobody can eat hot dogs. What is a hot dog?
Yeah, and it's weird because like I don't anymore, but in the beginning,
Yeah.
I would get cream in my coffee.
Yeah. Oh, and you can't have it.
It wouldn't. Sometimes it would bother me, and sometimes it wouldn't. So I was like, okay, whatever. But I've just kind of like, and I can eat cheese. I
Yeah.
can eat, but I still will have.
Maybe it's just the
You
way
know,
the ice
I'll
cream.
go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
But I think what it is with the ice cream is just it's such a high concentration of dairy
Yeah.
and sugar together.
Yeah.
Because I can have sugar. I
Yeah.
eat candy. I can't eat a lot.
But in
Or
with
a cookie or like
with
a
the gastric
dessert.
bypass, there are only amounts of sugar you can eat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't follow it anymore, but there is a very strict this much
Regimen.
protein, this much, you know, that they want you to follow. I mean, I've kept the weight off for almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say that I don't need to follow it.
No,
But I know what I can
Yeah.
eat. I know what I can't eat. Do I eat things I shouldn't? Yeah.
Of course. I'm allergic to peanut butter, and I still eat it, but I take a Benadryl to eat it because sometimes I crave it.
Yeah. So when even like when I was in the hospital, you know, they thought maybe I had popped a stitch because it was the
Yeah.
transition, and they couldn't figure out where the bleeding was coming from, and then there's no reason,
So we still don't know.
no idea.
Now that only happened once.
Only once, thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, only once.
I'm almost wondering if it was like almost like you said, like a stitch or something like a bleed that was gonna happen.
Yeah, and it just
Because that was surgery. In your
over the
stomach.
days because they were testing me and giving Carafate. That was the Carafate where it coats your stomach for whatever.
Now, how much weight did you? What did you weigh before you went in? You said almost 300 pounds.
I think it was like one.
Two.
Oh my God, two. So it was 280 because
Yeah.
at my lowest I was like 150 or 155. I lost 120 pounds.
That's how much you lost.
Yeah,
And how long did that take you? About a year?
probably
maybe
not even. I mean, the first 50 pounds I lost in 6 weeks.
Were you shocked?
It was, yeah.
Now, where do you think your depression came in on that?
I definitely feel like I was depressed before because
Okay.
I was unhappy. I
Yeah.
didn't.
Well,
I didn't get the surgery because
Yeah.
I was happy with
Yeah.
who I was.
But then afterwards,
you know, as
how
a
did
24-year-old woman,
Yeah.
you know, not
Wait, can we-
having
can
a
we-
relationship or
Can we
going out
say
to the
never
bar.
never been kissed?
No, I had been.
Okay.
Yes,
So back then.
definitely had been, but the type of person I liked at that time wasn't what was
Yeah.
interested in me.
Yeah. Correct.
Like we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
you know, the type of
Person.
whatever guy
Yeah.
or girl or whatever.
So tell me
So
when.
it's hard when you know you have a good heart and you know who you are as a person,
Yeah.
but
No one
people
else.
only see the outside. Your friends see the inside.
Yeah, but I mean, who's gonna kiss your friend? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to kiss my. And even if you did, you're like, I don't know. I don't
And
really
it's not
know."
like it's gonna turn into
Yeah. Was it?
you know, I
It's
was
like
in-
a fairy tale.
there was a guy that I met shortly before my surgery, head over heels in love with him,
Yeah.
but it was just
He wasn't.
he
Did he-
wasn't into it. He was
At
one of
all?
my best
Nothing?
friends, and
Are you guys still
even
friends?
after I haven't talked to him since I moved here. Even after the surgery, even after all the weight loss, there was just
Nothing.
nothing.
Well,
Head
that
over
was on him.
heels and-
That was on him, not you.
which is fine. Which is fine. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, it
and
does. I
everything, whatever.
Let's just
I'm
call.
a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, whether it's good or bad.
I do too. I believe it too. I mean, life is a lesson learned all the time.
Yeah,
All
I
the
mean,
time.
my best friend Jackie that lives up in Gainesville, the one that she wants to come do this as well
Yes.
with you.
Yay.
I met her because my other best friend passed away.
So
If she never died,
you guys would have never met.
I never would know this woman.
And it's kind of weird, but I think this way. So she left and couldn't be here, But she yet provided you.
She provided me with this person who has been in my life day in and day out, ups and downs, good, bad, indifferent.
It's amazing.
Knows me, doesn't judge me, puts me in my place.
And like, was this one of her friends?
It was. This friend that passed away, I was friends with her a little bit later in life.
Mhm.
It had kind of started where my brother was delivering pizzas for her family restaurant. And then she ended up going to the same high school as me. She was a year younger. So we kind of connected a little bit before that. And then when she went to the same school as me, we got really close. We were on the swim team together, like all of that stuff. But my friend Jackie was friends with her young, grade school,
grew up with
all
her.
of that, and wasn't as close with her at the latter stage of her life before she passed away.
Yeah.
Whereas I was.
Yeah.
So we got to exchange that kind of like, this is how she was when she was little, and this is how she was when she was older, and like learn all these things about
it's like
her.
You two like came at two stages of life together.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's the most amazing
So
thing.
like, even though it was probably, besides like my grandparents passing away, like having a friend who was 22 years old die.
Yeah, I know.
You don't know how to process something like that.
Yeah, no. My very first friend that passed away was my friend Jackie, and she was the greatest person in the world. I'm so sad. We went through a lot together, even though it was just so many years, just a few years. I know if she was here today, she would have been all up on this. And it's crazy. She had a Chihuahua, and I used to be like, she's like, feed him cheeseburgers and feed. I'm like, Jackie, I'm not gonna feed. Like, why do you have a Chihuahua? Why are you feeding him cheeseburgers?
Yeah, like, what the heck?
His name was Charlie. Like, it was great. And then now I have a Chihuahua and I feed him cheeseburgers. And every time I pull up, I'm like, fuck, Jackie. Fuck, you did that on purpose. Yes! And I was like, I said I would never do that. And I'm like, I know that's Jackie. I know it's my friend Jacqueline that did that. And, I'm sad that me and her friends did not stay in contact. And a few of them did pass away. It was drugs. But she was trying to get off of drugs. And there was, methadone and situations. She was young, again, in her 20s. And then we had another friend pass away, a male. And we didn't know he was doing drugs. And that was it. And then, recently a high school sweetheart passed away too. And that was not drugs. That we, just suddenly. So, I mean, it's hard.
It's hard. It's very hard. And I have to say, and this sounds probably really horrible and really weird at the same time, but so my grandmother, so my dad's mom, my dad's dad, and then my dad's cousin all passed away within 6 weeks.
Of each other. And that happened 2 years before my friend passed away. Yeah. And I think because that happened, I was able
to get through it, to process it better.
Yeah, differently in a more healthy
or understand way. Because I had never in my whole life had anybody pass away, and then it was literally like back to back to back to back. They say it comes in threes. Well, for my family, it did. Both my dad's parents and one of my dad's cousins that, they all passed away in 6 weeks of each other.
Jeez.
And it was a hard time, a very hard time for my family.
Yeah, you weren't even done getting over the first.
You don't, and
one.
And like I said, I had never lost anybody.
Yeah,
I had never experienced a loss at all, and now I have to process 3 all at once.
Yeah.
And it probably helped me figure out how to grieve my friend in a way.
Yeah.
Because then a year and a half later, there I was at another funeral.
Yeah.
For somebody who was the same age as me, not, 75,
that's
80 years
that's
old.
disturbing.
And even my cousin, he was probably in his 50s when he passed.
Yeah, and not that that's any better, but there's more of a comfort of, he had some life.
Yeah.
Because my friend Jackie and the other guy that passed away, the other 2 males, Jackie and the other male were in their 20s, and then this last guy, he was like 36, 37, and it's hard. It's hard because then you look at your own life, like, you could, and I laugh and joke, you could wake up dead. But, that's the way it is. I mean.
Yeah, and even for my friend, she fought. She had lupus and I think some other health issues that were kind of undisclosed and untalked about. But she was in school for pharmacy. Yeah. She worked at the local, I don't know, they don't have it down here, Stop and Shop. The Stop and Shop pharmacy. And she, her goal was to be a pharmacist, and she was on her path. And even the school that she was in school for pharmacy tech for, they have a scholarship for her now, and like she was going places in life.
Yeah,
she was.
Did she get to finish?
No.
Did they grandfather her in and give her degree?
I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know.
So
I kept in contact with her family for a little while, and still here and there every once in a while. But I'm not sure. My friend Jackie might know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Because I always tell my mom, I'm like, look, I'm going to school. I'm going to get my master's. And I said, if something happens to me, please go to the school and get my master's. Yeah, and I said, get it. And I said, please bury me with this degree. I know it sounds funny. I was like, but I see it on TV all the time. I really want my degrees, my accomplishments to be finished because I can't lay down without it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if maybe the school did the whole like scholarship thing. And,
that would be
like.
Well, I don't want a scholarship. I want my degree. I want my degree.
I would like somebody to be able to go to school in my name.
Yeah.
For whatever, but
I still want my degree.
Yeah, I mean that was like her goal in life was.
Yeah. I'll still pay the loans on it.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think they go away when something happens to you, right? Or it goes to your
I don't know
family.
how that works. Like probate. It's probably like probate something.
I promise.
For like $12 in my checking account. No, I'm just kidding. But,
So I want to go
pay
back.
my bills with a little bit of money in my account.
Yes, we do accept Cash App, everybody.
Right.
Well, I want to go back and talk about just real quick. So after you lost the weight, and then you've noticed the depression.
Yep.
So did you realize to yourself, like, okay, the weight is gone, and now I still feel shitty?
Yeah, kind of.
Were they supposed to give you therapy right after? Because I know you didn't get it.
No. So they do like a psych evaluation to get it. Mm-hmm. But there's no like the continued therapy care, if you will.
Yeah.
I don't recall if I went afterwards. I might have. I chose to keep seeing that doctor for a while. That was my personal decision. I don't remember if it was required. I don't believe it was because I hadn't gone to her for a long time, and then when I hit that rock bottom where I was like, fuck. Yeah. I called her and was like, hey, I know like you did my eval and like whatever for the surgery, but like can I come back to you as a patient? Yeah. And I did. But rewind, yeah. You had to go to like post-op groups or whatever. Yeah. Like you had to do pre-op and post-op where it was other people who had the surgery and they had gone it, and it was like a whole whatever where you talked and this, that, and the other, and that was kind of, I guess, like it didn't do much for me, and I stopped going because I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't like it, and they were so just like focused on things that I didn't care about, and you weren't answering my questions the way that I needed them to, and they were all very like, they were all like self-centered. Yeah, I was gonna say like we're the leaders of the group, and like this is
Lord, the Mean Girls Club at the
almost almost,
and you're like high school all over again. You're like, we're not gonna do this,
and like I learned a lot, very informative. Like when I was going before I had the surgery, like it was awesome, but then like afterwards it was just like it almost seemed like they just wanted to convince everybody that this was what they needed to do.
Were you one of the youngest ones in that group?
Yeah,
because 24 is pretty young. Most people don't have money.
There were young people. There were a lot of young people, but I was definitely a young one. Definitely a young one.
So after that, then they prescribe you medication? Like, did you ever get to the point where you needed something?
I did get medication, but I don't remember, like, and this is where my memory is horrible. I don't remember it being right away. Yeah. I think they wanted to just kind of figure me out first. Yeah. But I did go on medication, and it has since been changed a couple of times. Yeah.
But now, do you feel you're in a better place than all of that, or you still feel like you're struggling to find where you need to be happy?
I'm definitely in a better place, and I'm definitely happy. Is it the medication? Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't.
Me being a cancer and me being the person that I am just as a human and whatever, I don't know how to say this word correct, so I know I'm going to say it wrong. But
it's all right. We're on Talk-Yo-ish.
An empath? I don't know. Empathy? Where I am basically like an empathy. Yeah. Like, so for me, making somebody else happy makes me happy. Yeah. So I've always longed for and like desired that.
Oh, you're making me happy right now.
Yeah.
I love it.
But like that relationship or whatever, where like
You're a giver.
I'm a giver, and I have so much love to give and so much whatever. Where it's just like I longed for that like partner or somebody to
be able to give,
make them happy and make them whatever. So like I'm not I can be happy by myself.
Yeah, but
I'm not necessarily the best person that I am.
Yeah. No, and being the best person, like you said, is being that giver.
And that's
what you do. Some people are givers, some people are gatherers.
It's probably my biggest fault and my biggest asset.
Yeah. Because you want to keep giving, and even when something's toxic, you're going to keep giving.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to fight, and I'm going to try to fix it and make it whatever.
Make it right.
Make it right or make it whatever. And that's just...
Cody comes in because now
my little baby bear.
Now he can help give, and you can give.
I do, and like even a lot of people in my life have been like, since you got him, and you just. I don't want to say you have a reason to wake up in the morning because my Oliver is. Yeah. Oliver is my
Oliver's
life.
her cat.
Sorry.
Oliver's her cat.
And Oliver will always be number. Cody is my man, but Oliver was here first, and
what's
my
the bunny rabbit's name?
Sam.
Sam. Oh my god, I love the regular names.
So Sam came with that name, and Cody came with the name, but Oliver I gave myself.
Oliver.
Yeah, I gave Oliver. But yeah, like.
But they are breathing. They are your children.
They're
they
like,
are yours.
Get your ass out of bed.
Yeah.
You need to feed them. They need to use the bathroom.
Yeah, and they don't care what
they
you feel like.
Whatever. Like
they don't
give a shit how I feel.
No, and they're like, this is your job. You're my mom.
Yeah,
you are their mom.
Yeah.
And
you need to take care of me. You need to whatever. They have their routine.
Yeah, and they're not gonna let you break it. They don't give a fuck. And
not this one over here.
I enjoy that. Cody said, "Look, when I gotta dig a shit, we're gonna dig a shit.
Oh yeah, we're going. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. Get what
you're feeling.
Get
what's
your
going on
mopey ass out of bed.
Wake up and
Let me poop.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
Cody is a sweetheart.
He's really good. He's awesome. He's very protective of me. He's very.
So now we'll get into. So when I first met her, again, like there is no like, oh, you're gay. I just know you're gay. But I didn't get a vibe from her because I'm straight. And normally I can sense it. I guess, I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't looking, but I don't know. It's almost like a stereotype of a girl.
No, and there is.
Yeah.
Because there's a girl that I work with that, like, as soon as I met her, I was like, oh, she's a lesbian.
Yeah, like you get
nobody believed me.
You
and then one day she was like, yeah, my fiance or wife or whatever it was. And they were like, and I was like, I told you.
Yeah, I told you. And there's a feeling. I don't know if it's a woman's intuition, especially when a woman is gay.
Yeah.
You just feel more of the friendly, but I don't know.
But I feel like most people who aren't gay expect all lesbian women to be manly or look whatever.
See, I'm older. I'm 39. How old are you?
32. I'll be 33 this year.
Me being 39, I'm the old school gay. There's bi, there's straight, there's gay.
Yeah.
That's it. There was nothing else back in the 80s and 90s. Besides like a drag queen, but normally that was a man dressed as a woman.
And you're a gay man dressed as a woman.
Exactly. Yeah. There's other spectrums. And so when I met you, like when I think of a lesbian, I think of two like hot Playboy bunny women. And that's just me. That's my typical. So when people are saying butch and stud.
There's so many words now. I had to I'm sorry, but TikTok.
Yeah. TikTok. She's a TikTok whore.
I'm a TikToker. It's horrible. But like, for me, like, I am who I am. I don't feel like I need to label myself like, I like men, I like women. Right now, I'm into women. If I'm a lesbian right now, then that's cool. If I'm bisexual or I just, like, I like people for who they are.
Yeah. Wait, don't they call that a pansexual?
Yes, it's like pansexual or something.
Yeah, because that's a new term. I didn't know
that. That means, like, that you also like transgender people or whatever.
So I thought it was the inside. Like, isn't pansexual like when you like someone on the inside, whether they're a cheetah or...
I think it's just whatever you are. Male, female, transgender,
when I first heard that, I thought...
And I don't even know. I could be wrong. Don't quote me.
I thought pansexual, when I learned, I thought it was either you're a panhandler, like you like homeless people, and then I thought you like pandas.
No, I'm almost positive. I feel like I should Google
Yeah,
it.
let's Google it.
But
We're
I
gonna Google
feel like
pansexual.
pansexual is.
Because there was a patient, she said she was pansexual, and I looked, and I'm like, you obviously are. She had a look of pansexual. But I thought, and then I asked her what it was, and she said it's
So,
the inside.
not limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. So, yeah,
Okay.
so biological sex for a transgender
Yeah.
person is the opposite. So, yeah, that includes like transgender.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know if I identify as that. I haven't
Well, I have a
met any transgender people.
I was gonna say let's have that conversation. So if you
So, I don't know.
you don't know yet.
I don't know. Maybe I would. The day is young, the night is young. I
Yeah.
don't know my life. I'm 32. Maybe I will, but I don't know.
All right. So everybody, I'm gonna take her. Okay. So everybody knows that I am out there. I go to the clubs. I have the drag queen friends. I do have some transgender friends. They're quiet about it because they dress as drag queens for work, but they don't tell you everything. They tell me, but so I'm gonna take Heather out and we're gonna go see.
Yeah.
We're gonna go hang out. Let me see if she can point them out.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe.
I mean,
I've never seen anyone's genitals as far as someone that's had surgery. So, I mean,
Okay.
as far as I know, Googling and hearing it, it looks different.
I guess the one person that I have met in my life who can answer those questions for me out of respect for the person.
Yeah, we don't know names here.
This person I know wouldn't answer those questions.
Yeah. No,
And I don't
some
blame
people
them.
don't. No, I don't blame them either.
You're respecting yourself and you're respecting that other
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
So even if I
absolutely.
could ask them that, they're
Yeah.
not going to tell me.
No, not everybody. The same deal. Not everybody wants to. Just like we had the handicap talk. Again, I always tell everybody I walk with a walker. I wasn't born this way. I had a tumor when I was 10, and some things went wrong, and I have loss of balance. So when someone opens the door for me or does things for me, it doesn't bother me. But I've seen people that go, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to help you. You know, I don't want to make you feel that way."
Yeah.
Because I feel people that are born that way have struggled so long that they come to a point where they don't want the actual help.
Yeah.
Sometimes people get nasty with it. My husband gets mad when I open the door, but I open it, he's like, "Stop, you're making me look bad." I'm like, "I'm sorry. That's
Like you're just.
just whoever
you
gets
just
to
do
the
it.
door, yeah."
Open the door.
There's sometimes I open the door for other people and they get mad because they're like, "You're handicapped. I should be opening the door," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I forget."
Yeah.
I
Well,
apologize, but
That's on you, not them.
Yeah.
Or on them, not you.
yeah,
Backwards.
yeah, not them, not me. Yeah, but I do feel for it and I do see.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we'll go somewhere and a friend, they'll say like, "Oh, they should have a ramp or they should have this," and then I'm like, it's okay. Like maybe someone who was born this way would feel differently, but let's just go up the stairs.
Yeah.
We're not
I'm
gonna
trying
make
to get
it.
where I have to go. It's not a big deal.
Unless it's this
Just do
huge
it.
problem, then I'm just not going to go there because
Yeah.
I feel that that's not a place for me to go,
Yeah.
and they obviously don't want my business
Yeah.
if they don't want to make it,
Or
correct.
whatever.
I
Yeah.
do get places where the handicap spots, like Walmart, are taken always. I'm like, there's not this many handicapped people in the store.
Yeah. I think some of them are.
Where are the people in the state that are like, I'm looking around, I'm like, where's the scooters? And I'm like,
Right?
you don't need a scooter, sir. You don't need a
Love
scooter.
it.
But, you can't tell anybody that. And then you can't differentiate from the older people that get it.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I just have to try to go on non-weekends.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about the stuff that you make. So you're creative.
Yes.
You're artistic, not autistic. I have a problem with that word. Like, are you autistic?
Artistic.
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 Show us your artistic skills. So we're
All
gonna
right.
get some things that she makes. Tell
All
us
right.
what these are.
So I guess they could be like sun catchers, wall hangings. I mean, whatever.
All right. So right now she's showing us this beautiful, is this glass?
It's resin.
Resin.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
It's hard to
like
see
a
on the
plastic.
camera.
Yeah.
It is basically. It's like a liquid plastic, and then when you maybe if I get it closer, there we go.
Yeah, because we're describing also for the people on Spotify. It's this round circle. It almost looks like a dream catcher, but
Yeah.
it's solid. Has all these colors and some dangly things.
Yeah.
And then we have
I
another
have a
one.
couple other ones. This
that
one
hangs.
has like real flowers that I put in there.
Oh my god, that's gorgeous.
So these are actually flowers from my brother's wife.
Yeah.
Those are from her wedding bouquet.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I made her like a bunch of stuff, and I had like all these leftover flowers.
Yeah.
I
So you're like,
can't,
what am I
I'm
gonna
like,
do?
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And
And they got
then-
these dangly crystals that hang off
Yeah.
of them.
And then this is the last one that I picked.
Have you
off
put
of
them
it.
in the light to see if they catch? like a lot?
The crystals
Yeah.
do, but the plastic itself.
Oh, the
doesn't.
plastic one. So
Yeah.
now she's got this other intricate one. It looks like a moon and like a half moon.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
a
like little
marijuana leaf?
It's a. Everybody thinks that, but it's just a maple.
Oh
leaf.
my god,
Yeah,
maple
yeah.
leaves look like
I
marijuana
know. I
leaves.
should like do fucking weed. Shit,
Let's
but...
get some weed chin in there.
Yeah. No. For
So
sure.
it's gorgeous. So what does one of these things go for? Because they're pretty big and they look heavy.
It kind of depends. Like I'll be honest, I've been having like a hard time pricing stuff.
Mhm.
The smaller stuff like this, probably like 15.
15.
It depends on the crystals because like, so
Some of
this one, the crystals are just whatever.
Yeah.
But this one, this is a Swarovski crystal.
Yeah.
So this I'd probably sell for like $35,
Yeah.
maybe $40 because of like the flowers all cost money. The
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah, the
obviously
chain,
everything.
the materials, yeah.
Yeah, the materials. But yeah, this is a Swarovski crystal, so I'd have to charge a little bit more for that.
Yeah.
The same with this one. Like the ones on the edge are just regular, but then
Yeah, is
the
that
middle
another-
one is a Swarovski crystal.
That's awesome. I like
Yeah.
that. So what exactly is a Swarovski crystal? It's just a
It's
higher
the
brand.
Yeah, it's like the higher brand. They're more expensive to purchase.
Yeah.
You can kind of see they shimmer a
Yeah, they
lot
do
different
shimmer. I do like
than
those.
the regular like gemstone or I don't even
Yeah,
know.
so I bet when
I
it
think it's
catches
just like
the
plain
light.
glass. Yeah. So I have one in my car that I need that hangs
Mhm.
from my rearview mirror. So like when the light hits it, you can see like the gemstone really like it
Like,
reflects in
doesn't
the car.
it bother you when you're driving?
It's not big enough that
Oh,
it
okay.
like
Because sometimes I'll wear glitter on my shirt. My husband's
Yeah.
like, you need to put your jacket on because I can't see. Because it's like just
yeah.
shimmer. all
No,
over.
when it's like a really it's a little one. Yeah,
Aw,
it's a little one.
Oh, those are so cute. So you
Yeah.
also have keychains. Hold on, I
Yeah.
got a keychain here. So she also makes these keychains. Is that the same kind of plastic?
Yes.
So what, you mold these? Like how does that?
Yeah, I have molds. So they're silicone molds.
Mhm.
So resin is like a two-part process, I guess. Like
Mhm.
part A and part B, you have to mix equal parts of it together, and then you can mix. Like I mix glitter in with that one, and the color.
And how do you get this black, like mine, she made me a tea with like leopard in it. Oh, you dropped your drink. Cody spilled the drink, he didn't like it.
Oh, he spilled my water
Yep.
everywhere. God, that's gonna irritate me now.
You want to go get it?
No, it's just water. Is
Oh,
all
okay.
For.
So you were making these. How do you make
use
the,
a Cricut? So I have a Cricut, which is like a silhouette, like it cuts out
Yeah.
vinyl, like
Yeah.
vinyl stickers. So I use that to put the cheetah print on there. So I print it out, and then it's a transfer.
Yeah, to put it. Cody's having an issue. It's okay, Cody. We're sorry. We've disturbed your sleep.
Yeah,
He's
it's
better.
okay, Bubba's.
Sorry, baby. He doesn't like the water on the
Yeah.
floor. So wait, you have a vinyl sticker maker?
Yes.
Oh my god, so I totally been looking for someone to make me vinyl stickers.
Yeah, I can
So,
try because I
yeah.
have
Is that like a tray? Okay.
a
show.
rolling tray.
That is what that is. I love the
So
rolling
you can
tray.
see
Oh my goodness.
the
I
vinyl
like it.
sticker on there.
That
Yeah,
is gorgeous.
So I
Wait, do you
use
have
that-
some for sale?
I do.
Oh, I might have to buy one, guys.
Yeah, we can go through them later.
Okay, yes, we're gonna have to buy
We'll
one.
go through them after.
So where can they find you on Instagram, right?
On Instagram, it's handmade _by_Heather_M. I know it's like a big long
Yeah,
name
no.
because it was taken. So I want to make sure I'm saying like,
Yeah,
the right one.
we're
I'm
gonna
just checking
double
on my
check on
phone.
Instagram because you can go on Instagram and you can see all these beautiful things she makes. Now,
Yeah.
do you also take custom orders if someone says I want?
Oh, absolutely.
So she
as
will-
long as it's something I can make,
Yeah.
I will do it for you.
And you'll
if it's
know.
something I can't, I'll tell you no.
Yeah, you'll know right away.
Yeah, so handmade _by_Heather_M. That's a long.
That's
process,
awesome. No, but it's
yeah.
awesome and it like works.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can go on her Instagram and you can see all the things that she makes. She also does custom orders, and then you also can go ahead and you can email Tokyo-ish. That's ish ISHH at yahoo.com if for some reason you couldn't get through and get a hold of her or find
Yeah,
her. I
for
will
sure.
definitely let you guys know.
Heck yeah.
So how long ago did you start like making this stuff?
Like I think I started doing it like during quarantine. Because
Yeah.
I've always done art, but when
Yeah.
I moved to Florida a year and a half ago, I got rid of all my art stuff. And I was like, you know what, if I get back into it, I'll just like
Yeah.
buy new stuff.
Yeah.
So I was here for a while before I started it up again. But yeah, I think like during the quarantine and like not having a job and like needing money, I was like, let me just invest
what
a
can
little
you
bit of
do?
money. And then now it's become this whole little
This
business.
whole little business.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait. I hope that this goes far for you. I mean, that would
I
be
hope
great.
so. Yeah,
I
love
was
it.
just talking to her about making a wine. Maybe we should make a wine together.
Yes, I'm down.
And then
I
you
have
can
some
decorate the
connects.
bottle.
We'll do
Oh,
it. Yes,
she's got
I'll
the
paint
connects.
something for the bottle.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I know you've seen my logo.
Yes.
My 17-year-old niece made my logo. She digitalized it. So now
Ooh,
she does
okay.
artwork.
Yes.
So, I mean, if there's ever any time you want to collaborate, she's amazing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
She loves all these little trinkets and things like that. I love it. So, you guys, she gave me a keychain. Has a T in gold with leopard. And I am a leopard freak. I always wear leopard. And,
Yes.
like, I am always, like, I think I'm underwear leopard right now.
Yes,
And
girl.
I always have leopard on, and then like in the clubs I'll wear like my leopard pants, and I have like 7 or 8 pairs, and then I have like tiger pants and zebra pants.
Oh,
like they're
see,
all
I used to
leggings.
be like a zebra freak.
Oh,
Oh,
see.
everything I had was zebra.
I love it. I
Not
can't get
anymore,
over it.
but
Not anymore.
yeah.
Oh, I'm like, let me pick your brain and get
Yeah.
some more. But I definitely am interested in you looking at my logo and some vinyl stickers. Because
Yeah.
I don't know where to get them. My one lady, she does stickers, but she's doing the paper one. But I want to get a little bit more intricate with my stickers because I want to stick them all over the world.
I'll have to see because I know the machine that I have isn't like the super big one.
Yeah, no, little stickers.
So I'd have to see if it would be something I could put into the program and make. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's something I can do.
Yeah,
But
we
we
will
can look
check.
into it. Yeah, we will check.
We will
for
check.
sure.
Oliver is over here looking around. Her cat Oliver. He's so pretty.
Because the water literally went all the way
Oh,
over there. He's
no,
gonna start
sorry.
barking.
Okay. Sorry. Well, again, I love that you came on the show.
I know.
Me and Heather have
I'm
been
so
trying to get
excited.
together. Me
I
too.
know. This is awesome.
We're gonna have our friend on later, sometime in the future.
Yeah.
And hopefully one of her bartender friends. Me and Heather will be out and about on the town pretty soon, just hanging out. And I want her to come co-host with me pretty soon at one of the clubs. This week, who knows, I'll be everywhere. So if anybody wants to know my schedule, you just email me at talkyoish@yahoo.com. Also, I'm on Instagram at talkyoish_pod. I'm on Facebook, talkyoish, and then space pod. And then Twitter is talkyoish_pod. I stole all the talkyoish
Yes,
pages.
you did, girl. Okay, get it.
I have like a Rumble and everything, but I don't even
Yeah.
remember what those are. And YouTube is talkyoish space pod. So everybody will know the logo with the lips and the nail and the shush mark here. Now, is there anything else that you wanted to cover today? Because we can get on as many times as you want to.
I feel like we should do another one after this.
Yeah. We'll do another one after this. And then we'll
So that we can start, because we're almost at an hour, which
Yeah.
I know you like to keep them to that. So
Yeah.
we can, stop this one and then do another one we can continue on about other questions that
About
you had that
life.
I know you had for
Oh
me,
my God,
so.
we talked for hours before.
I know.
So we should have did the pod, but
I
we
know.
wanted to make it good because we jumbled it and we talk about everything because we're girls. So this is a great podcast, and I hope that you continue to listen. This is me
Yeah.
and Heather at Talkyo-ish, and we always make every episode better than the last. So we will be back with you guys really soon. Thank you for listening. Yay! All right,
Yeah.
we did that one. That was awesome.
Yeah, I feel like